Hey there, people. It's Mark, and, it's been a while since I made a video and stuff. So since I had my last video was all the way back in December of 2015. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty late to this, but, happy late New Year and Valentine's Day or whatever. And, I'm just here to talk about some Street Fighter V. Now, there's been YouTube videos all over the, up the wazoo about, oh no, this game's like really bad because like there's no content and blah blah blah. I mean, yes, I have those, believe me, I had those complaints too, even though I wasn't very verbal about them. But I feel that, rather than complain and bitch about what Capcom could have fixed, to be honest, I don't think the game was worth $60, to be real. I think maybe half the price for half the content would have been a better choice, because, like, you could have at least made the game, like, 40, hell, even 30, if you knew that half the content wasn't going to be in the game. At least they're giving us the free characters and the free updates. It won't be super, ultra, omega, super ultimate edition or shit. And at least we don't have to pay for every single character. Mortal Kombat. But aside from that, in this video, I'm mostly gonna go over what Capcom can do to fix, Street Fighter V. Now, from what I've seen so far, they have been able to fix the loading times. So the loading times are less of a hassle when I just want to play couch co-op with my, bros or whatever. Getting an online match isn't really as difficult, but I think that still lies as a big, big issue. Now, as I was saying previous, online mode isn't exactly as much as a problem as it was when it was at launch, because at launch the online was fucking terrible. Like, it took me almost like how many minutes just to get into one goddamn match. But aside from that, that's not really an issue anymore, as much at least. They were able to at least minimize the time that you have to wait. I've been able to get into more battles quicker, or quickly, if you will. Loading times are, really improved, as I said previously. But, and on to the meat and bone of what I'm trying to say. One of the main things that Capcom has to fix, absolutely, would have to be the survival mode difficulty spikes. Okay, so, to be honest, I actually enjoy playing survival mode, even though I feel that adding in an arcade mode would have been a lot better, because an arcade mode is a basic thing in a fighting game. But everyone uses, everyone's been talking about that. Capcom was like, oh, we want to get into esports. It's understandable if you want Street Fighter to be more esports-like, but at the same time, there are other people that aren't really into competitive Street Fighter. The game is kind of like Smash 4, if you think about it. Smash 4 was kind of like a game that mixed Melee and Brawl together, in a way. Well, I don't know about Melee, really. Smash 4 was quick, at most. It ran at a decent speed. That's why it kind of felt like a Melee Brawl-ish type of game. Or maybe that's just me. But the whole thing is that, it's fine that if you want more people to be competitive in Street Fighter. Hell, I've been getting really competitive in Street Fighter. But the point is that there are a lot of people that have been waiting for this game that aren't really into competitive Street Fighter. Like, an arcade mode, trial mode, all of this other stuff, it's pretty basic. Like, it's the thing that if you play any type of fighting game, it's gonna be in there. A game like Skullgirls, which was a freaking indie game, was able to slap in arcade mode, and story mode, and challenge mode, and all that other stuff. Sure, Skullgirls did take a very long time to be developed because it's an independently made game. But yeah, there you go. It's an indie game, and it has a shit ton more content. I mean, like, and that's not even an excuse that, oh, this is a new Street Fighter game and it came out on a new console, blah blah blah. I mean, it's like, Guilty Gear came out on the PS4. Guilty Gear had everything straight off the bat. Great online, arcade mode, trial mode, story mode. Well, then again, story mode was just a movie. But still, you get the point. Same thing with Blaze Blue. Arcade mode, story mode, challenge mode, Abyss Tower. Speaking of which, from Street Fighter Alpha 3, the World Tour, I think Capcom should bring that back. Because that actually was a very enjoyable mode. I'm not sure about most people, but I felt that, you know, I just wasted hours in that mode. You know, leveling up characters, be able to use them in different modes and shit. I mean, you could still, I mean, that would be a nice way, that would be like another way to level up your main character that you use in Street Fighter V. A World Tour mode would be a great, you know, thing to have. I mean, you have casual match and you have ranked match, but server issues still in lie. For instance, I'm going to upload some gameplay of Street Fighter V soon. I've been dropped from a few matches. Hell, I even made a funny compilation of me getting my ass kicked when I first got the game, and made a compilation of me winning a shit ton of matches. Because, well, I mean, after I learned the ropes a little bit, it was pretty hard for me to kind of lose. Now, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, like, my Ryu or my Ken is like really good. I don't feel like I could really brag about that, because Ryu and Ken are basic fucking characters. And I don't say that in a bad way. I mean, like, basic characters in the means that anyone could just pick them up and use them. And yes, even Ken. I know they changed up Ken quite a bit, and Ken's like my bro and everything. Especially, yeah. I mean, like, I really appreciate the fact that they changed up Ken compared to Ryu. I mean, Ryu plays a lot like his third strike self, you know, like with his forward momentum, his combo potential, and his, you know, the parry, especially. Ken has a lot of good mobility as well, which I do like. You know, all the characters in the game are really good. I can't complain about anyone so far. I just can't wait for the other characters. I also have a little theory about Street Fighter V. No, it's nothing story related or character related. I don't really like theories. Well, it's not that I'm a closed-minded person, but on YouTube or the internet in general, the people on the internet come with some retarded-ass theories that honestly, you know, I don't have the mental capacity to handle. So it's like, I don't know. That's a time, you know, that's a tale for another day. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, I feel, yeah, a World Tour mode would be a really good addition to the game. Arcade mode would be really great to the game. Challenge mode, shop, and 8-player lobbies are gonna be all in March. So I guess that's 3 ups, I guess. You know, that's actually pretty good. I mean, 8-player lobbies, even though you should have had that shit from the start. I don't know why you had to wait until, like, a week, or possibly, like how many weeks after launch, just to slap in a, you know, slap in 8-player lobbies. I mean, just having 2 people, it was just kind of, I mean, but I think the game that does that the best would be Blaze Blue, like how you have the characters all at the arcades and shit like that. And you just get to battle each other. And you get to wait for the other guy to just be like, oh, I got next. It really brings back that arcade feeling, you know, when you would go to the arcades, but in a virtual sense. Anyway, that's besides the point. Another thing was, another thing that they could fix, it is, yeah, as I was saying, you know, before, but I didn't really get to finish, was the survival mode difficulty spikes, because, you know, I like to get the colors and whatnot, right? But the problem is that, now, say if I'm playing on normal mode, now it makes sense if the rounds would get harder as you go on. That's completely not the case. At any random moment in time, on normal mode, like, for a character like Ryu could fucking do like these crazy ass combos on you and cancel into V-trigger and do all this other shit. And I'm just sitting here like, This was the same guy who just sat there ducking all match, and I completely destroyed him in this round, and then when I fight him in the next round, he completely destroys me. Now, it's like, okay. Now, I'm making no secret, like, I'm not like a, you know, like a high pro player. To be honest, like, I'm mostly a casual Street Fighter player, but, you know, after, you know, playing Alpha, after playing Third Strike, and whatnot. I mean, I've been playing Street Fighter for years, to be honest. But, I really didn't get into competitive Street Fighter until I started playing Third Strike. As for Third Strike videos, I would do more of those, because, you know, to be honest, I don't really feel like I'll play Street Fighter 4 as much anymore. I only bought Street Fighter 4 just so I could prepare for Street Fighter 5, just to realize that Street Fighter 4 characters do not play anything like Street Fighter 5 characters, but... or the other way around. I mean, my apologies. You know, I would rather just play Third Strike. Now when I say that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Street Fighter 5 is basically Smash 4, and Third Strike is Melee. I mean, well, if you think about it, you could think of it that way, but I'm just rambling on. Like, I could, or you could use the same argument for both games. Brr, I think Melee is overrated. Blah, I think Third Strike is overrated. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I never understood why people would say this fighting game over here is overrated. I mean, okay, yes, there is such thing as a thing getting too much praised or exposed. Like, for example, fun things that are overexposed, you know, would be something like Undertale or Minecraft. Minecraft is a fun game, to be honest. It's like very creative. It's why do you think people make so many videos about it? Because it's creative. Undertale is you know, it's a nice little RPG. It's an emotional thrill ride of sorts. The only thing that kind of threw me off is when I would play the game, really enjoy the game, and after when you beat the game, like get the real ending and all that shit, then when you want to start a new save file, it's just like, well, you see, you can't do that because you're going to ruin the lives of everyone that you know, made good and shit. It's a fucking video game. Why can't I play another, like, thingy? Like, I just want to make another profile and, you know, thing. It's like, it feels like that moment in Shadow the Hedgehog when your friends would scold you for not doing this, and that. But then again, why am I even talking about Shadow the Hedgehog? I mean, aside from that, I mean, I wasn't even thinking of doing, like, an Undertale playthrough, but everyone and their mom has been doing that shit, so let me just, I guess, stick to these little discussion videos and my animations, and some gameplay videos here and there. But, oh jeez, I've been talking for this long. Anyway, yeah, just to sum up everything I said, World Tour mode, Arcade mode, the challenge mode, and the shop I can't wait for. I like the fact that you get to unlock the characters in the game. It's really nice. And, you know, that's basically what I feel they can improve on. The difficulty for survival mode, they really need to fix that shit because the AI is wicked stupid. Like, wicked stupid to the part, it's like, I could just spam one move and win the entire match. It just kind of bores me. But, and then the next second, they just do, like, fucking pro-level combos on you and shit. But, you know, hopefully all of those patches, all of my problems and concerns will be fixed in a later time. So, that's all my thoughts for now. Alright, it's been real, bros, but I gotta head out. I'll see you on the flip side, but before I go, how about you check out some of these weird screenshots I took while playing Street Fighter 5. Alright, enjoy the Zangief selfies and all the other awkward shots I took while playing the game. Alright, bye.
It's okay if I look you in the eye.
Right.
Don't believe what you hear.